This is Josh Hart here, 4 seconds out. Delighted to be joined by Denzel Bentley here in Ipswich. Denzel, what a fantastic ending to the evening. Fabio Wardley getting, I think I'd say, dominated there by Justice Hooney in just one shot. We know what happens in the heavyweight division. Just talk me through how you saw that fight playing out.
It was crazy. I was just on the phone. I was on the phone to my trainer, and I was just, he was coming back. One of our boys fought today, Arnie Dawson. He won, picked up his first title, so congratulations to him. But I was on the phone to him, just getting brought up to speed with his fight, and I was telling him about this fight, and I thought Justice Hooney's just dominating. It's not looking good for Wardley. He's throwing his jab and he's just pushing it. There ain't nothing. And then he even said to me, yeah, but heavyweight's one shot can change the game. And I said, nah, I don't think in this fight. I don't think he's got that in him. And as soon as I finished my sentence, a big right hand came over the top, man. And I said, yo. I said, listen, you was right. He's knocked him out. But that was good. That was a good night, entertaining night, banging atmosphere. Wardley made his fan base proud and got the win.
Do you think it was a case of Wardley not being good enough or Hooney just being too good? What do you think the case was there tonight?
Hooney was too good. Hooney was very good. I mean, he was slick, fast hands, combination punches, going to the body early. Wardley just wasn't getting his hands up. He needed to get his hands up a little bit more. He was getting tagged with a lot of right hands. But Hooney was just skill-wise on a higher level than Wardley. But Wardley found a shot that he needed, and that's all it took.
Do you think you could make a case for maybe the Ben Davison corner and Wardley's team to possibly pull him out at one point? So there were points, obviously, I was sat just 2 rows behind you and I could see the shock on your face, on other people's faces, when it was just right hand after right hand landing from Hooney.
I don't think pull him out, because even though he was holding a few right hands, they were landing like whenever Hooney threw them. He didn't ever look hurt to the point where he wasn't in the fight. He looked like he could have, even if he didn't get knocked out, he would have survived 12 rounds at whatever pace he needed to, but he didn't ever look like he was out on his feet or he needs to be looked after here or pulled out. He just needed to correct a few things and get his hands up and, block the right hands instead of taking them on the chin. But listen, he's a tough guy. He took a lot of shots in the chin and, yeah, man.
Obviously, going forward now, mandatory for the winner of Usyk versus Dubois 2. Do you expect him to face the winner of that fight, or do you expect the belts to fragment and him get a shot at a vacant title?
I guess it depends who wins. Depends who wins. If Usyk wins, who knows what he'll do. But if Daniel wins, I think he'll hold on to the belts and try and defend them.
How do you think a fight with Daniel and Wardley would go?
I think it'll be a good fight. 2 big punches, but Wardley can't afford to get hit that much like he did tonight against someone like Daniel. But we said the same thing about Daniel when he fought AJ. He couldn't afford to get hit as much as he did against Hrgovic, and then it just with his fights are fights. They pan out how they pan out. So, but I think it'll be a good fight.
And what's the latest on yourself? We've not seen you in the ring now since December against Brad Pauls. Is there any update you can give us?
No update. No, nothing I'm really sure about. But I'm waiting on some news. I mean, everyone's trying to work behind the scenes to get me in position to fight for the world title, and I'm grateful for that. So I just got to sit tight and wait patiently. But it is frustrating. I'm someone that likes to be active. I've said that many a times, and I ain't boxed in about 7 months. But I'm always in the gym anyway. So whenever the phone rings, I'll be ready to go.
Have there been any conversations for you to have fights this year? Have any fights been pushed to you so far throughout the year?
I just had a few dates to get on to kind of box and keep busy, but then it's like risking my position, innit? We want to be ready and in line for when the WO, decide to call the mandatory opponent. So that's why I've been waiting. But yeah, I mean, listen, pardon me, it just is what it is. That's boxing for you, innit? I mean, when you're in a position like this, you got to kind of weigh your options, innit? Is it better to wait and get called up for the big one, or just keep taking the little ones in between and possibly miss your opportunity for the big one? So, I'm just listening to the experienced guys that are advising me and, staying in the gym.
And just last thing I want to get your thoughts on, Chris Eubank Sr. Has got his YouTube channel called Chris Eubank, and he said on there that he wants to see Junior retire, and if Junior's going to have one more fight, then he has to have one more as well. What do you make of Chris Eubank Sr. saying, obviously we presume he'll return in an exhibition sense? Is that something you'd be interested in?
Nah, not really. I mean, listen, he's in good shape for his age, but he's at an age where you don't want to see someone that age fighting in any sense, exhibition or real fight. I mean, he's done what he's done in the sport. He is a legend, and it'd be good to see him stay retired. And I get the sense why he wants his son to retire. I mean, he thinks he's getting old and he's lost his edge a little bit, and you can take too much punishment in there and then end up being hurt. He's seen it firsthand. He's hurt someone not intentionally, and so has his son. So he just wants his son to be safe. He's made enough money, but I think Eubank probably has 2 more big fights in him, and at max, I mean, Conor Ben rematch, and I think if he wins the Canelo fight, as promised, innit? I think if it's not any of those two fights, there is no point in him fighting anymore. So.
How do you see the rematch going between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn?
I don't know, it depends, man. It depends, because that was a good fight. I mean, it was a good close fight. It depends if Conor can change a few things to capitalise on Chris this time when he has him hurt, and if Chris is smart enough to make sure Conor doesn't, press him the same way. But I guess the first fight was an element of surprise. I mean, he's going in the next fight knowing what Conor's capable of, so it's if he can handle it and just kind of tweak a few things. So I guess it can still go either way, the rematch.
Ben, so I'm going to leave there. Appreciate your time. I know it's cold. We've been out here for a long time now, so I'll let you go. I hope you get some big fight news for yourself soon. Cheers.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, Denzel. Appreciate it, man.
No.